How's it going, guys? So we're here to check out the Halloween update to Dark and Light, and there's some pretty cool stuff to check out. I'm joined by Repug.
What's up, people?
And as you can see, we're wearing the Goblin Ween helmets, which are totally cool. They also have some pretty legit stats to them, depending on how you get them. And they make this really spooky little thing when you take them on and off. Which is kind of neat. Now, I'm going to take mine off because I feel they're a little bit distracting.
But it's my face.
Yeah, that's okay. It's going to be your face. So first things first, let's go ahead and look at where to learn and craft the new stuff. So if you go ahead and go to your knowledge base, you're going to find under melee crafting, range crafting, there's now the Blunderbuss and silver bullets under rank 6. You're also going to find that there is a new shield under rank 7, the Thorn Shield.
That is under your offhand.
Yep. And there's supposed to be pumpkin pie in here somewhere, but it doesn't seem to be working right. So yeah, we'll just kind of skip on over that one. Under farming, under rank 8, there is now the Guardian Tree, Essence of Life Energy, and Tree Heart Solvent. So those are some cool new items there. You'll also notice that this is now changed over into shape-shifting magic. And rank 1, you can now learn how to turn into an elk. Then you've got the good old-fashioned polymorph, followed by Deathstalker, which is the panther, the bear, wolf, wyvern, yeti, and at rank 8 you unlock unicorn, nidhogg, and griffin, which is pretty cool. Furthermore, under decor, for a limited time, you'll be able to make the jack-o'-lantern, which requires a pumpkin, a brazier, and 10 flowers. The jack-o'-lanterns are actually quite cool looking. You also notice that under house, there's a new item called the Magicka base, which we'll go ahead and cover here in a moment as well. So that's pretty much the majority of your new crafting items. All of them should pretty much say where you craft them. Of course, you know, this is in the house bench. If you're going to make this new tree, you actually have to have a tamed ent to make it. And you'll see it's craftable in the ent's inventory. However, if you have an old tamed one, like this guy right here, you'll see it doesn't show up. That is a bug. Hopefully they'll be knocking out as soon as possible to fix. For the time being, don't get too frustrated and be like, what? Why isn't this working? Well, you're going to have to tame a new ent. So go find the lowest level one you can and, you know, stick them in that summoning pool. And
it won't show up for you unless you actually have it unlocked. Like, I don't have it unlocked, so it doesn't show up on either one.
Yeah, you have to have the engram unlocked, unfortunately. So, yeah, for this guy over here, you can't see it. You'll have to look at my video. But, yeah, let's start with this Magicka base. So, you know, it's got a little fancy animation, which I like. A lot of their new stuff does. This sucker runs off of magic essence, and it is creating this big orange square. Now, the difference between the big orange square and your usual blue square is this big orange square, you can have up to 3 of them next to each other, and they actually repel enemies. So, do you have something you can pop in here real quick?
Yeah, give me 1 second here. I'm going to do it for you.
And boom, he gets pushed right out, and he can't get in at all. So it's like a full-on force field. That sucker cannot get in here, which is pretty cool. So that's a nice little improvement. It also makes a nice square box, so it's a little bit easier to kind of lay out, more or less, I would say. And then when it comes to these new spells for making the runes, I should say, they're not spells anymore, which brings me to a point, Repug, what should everyone do with their old wyvern potions?
Get rid of them. You will be bugged out, and then,
No more wyvern transform spell or, what was the other one? Panther.
Get
rid of them. Get rid of them. Don't use them. They'll cause you nothing but problems. The new ones are crafted in the good old magic workbench under spells, and you can see there they all are hanging out in the spell section. These all do require new items, however, so if you go ahead and take a look in this little chest here, you'll see that there are quite a few new items. We've got scales, hooves, wyvern leather, Deathstalker pelt, elk antlers, wolf pelt, bear pelt, yeti pelt, unicorn horn, fanfur leather, griffin feathers, moonstone, wool, fangs, and claws. And those are all items you'll be getting as drops from just killing creatures. So you're going to have to go out there and catch them. Now the moonstone, though, is a little bit different. They're going to be in rare meteorite drops.
Mm-hmm.
So that one is a little bit different from the rest.
So get ready to go out in the world and find those meteorites. You're going to need them.
So we have the jack-o'-lantern, which of course you gotta get some pumpkin seeds. So right now you can get pumpkin seeds and, you know, save them up because they may not stick around after this event. There's the jack-o'-lantern there, which I love. It gets a different color to it. It has that blue glow, and it's a very Nightmare Before Christmas look to it. It's very different from other games of that typical orange and yellow, and I think that's really awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Of course, pumpkins can be planted like any other. You go ahead and stick them in a crop plot. It'll start producing pumpkins for you, which you can either eat straight up as they are, turn them into a pumpkin pie somehow, or a jack-o'-lantern.
We're still trying to figure out how to turn them into a pumpkin pie, people.
Yeah,
it pops up as bread under the actual when you look at a pumpkin pie.
So that is a little bit weird, but we'll pass that one for, at least that's not super important. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the guardian tree. So this sucker here has to be placed within the area of a house seal and must be placed on the ground. It also has to be provided water. So you got to go ahead and run water to it. Once that's done, you're still not there. You need to go ahead and make some tree heart solvent. That is its, so to say, fertilizer. Once you toss that in there, the tree will start to very slowly grow. As you'll see, it goes into the 3rd decimal place, okay? So this thing starts out at 0.001%. And you got to work yourself up to 100%. This thing goes, what would you say, 1% an hour, maybe?
Maybe. It's 0.001% a minute. I mean, like, we just saw it take, and it'll be about another minute before it goes to 0.00.
It takes forever, but it will be worth it. It ends up being very visually stunning, and we're going to leave that as a little secret for you guys to check out yourselves. It also has a defensive property for your base, making it a valuable and cool addition that will most likely only be sticking around for this Halloween update. So make sure you get as many of those as you can set up and take care of them as they grow, because it's going to be something pretty special I think you'll all like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from other new items, there is the shield, of course, which I showed, which is craftable. And then there's the Sunder Scythe, which isn't craftable. And then, of course, we've got the Blunderbuss here as well. So we'll check out the Blunderbuss here in a minute, but we'll go ahead and check out the shield first. So I'm going to pull it out. This thing is really cool. It's got a nice radiance effect to it. And the difference between it and the lion shield it looks very familiar to is that it actually will break enemies' weapons if they hit your shield too many times. So it's got a nice aspect. It's like 2 or 3 times it'll start to take down the durability of their weapon. So that's really good for PvP.
Yeah, in PvP this would be like really kick-ass.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then we've got the Sunder Scythe. It has a purple eye and it is staring at you. And this thing is super powerful. It's got a, your typical little scythe slash, and then it's got a big old slash.
I am knocked out of the server again.
Yeah, it's careful with hitting people with it. It's a little buggy. It seems to crash people sometimes, so if you hit them with it. So that's going to be interesting. But you get it from this crazy character over here. The Dark
Elite
Wraith.
Guy looks amazing.
And it's got these crazy, awesome skeletal bat wings, a giant version of the scythe, like, I don't know, what was that, like 6 eyes? This thing is just crazy looking.
He looks like the guy from friggin' Hellboy 2.
Yeah.
No, Hellboy 1.
Yeah.
Two.
I know what you're talking about. This is stick with Hellboy. And you'll see this thing's stats are pretty crazy. Each one we've spawned in seems to have somewhere around 23 to 2,800 HP. 28,000, sorry, HP. And somewhere between 8 and like 850 attack. So that is a lot. These things are super powerful. They have a chance of spawning near any type of meteorite storm. So, I mean, you could be in the middle of town in your first little twig shed, and this guy shows up, and I'm so sorry for you. But if you and someone else can manage to kill it somehow, you can get this freaking awesome Scythe of Doom. So, this thing is really cool. I love the addition.
I'll tell you what, he is super fast. He's faster than the regular Reaper, and he can teleport, fly, bounce all over the friggin' place.
Yeah, it's crazy. The thing is crazy, and it's cool. So that's kind of what we got there. I figured what we go ahead and do right now is attempt to show off all of the new transformation spells.
Yeah.
Or runes, as I should call them. We've got one last one there we might want to...
Go ahead, get them all. Now, one thing to keep in mind, guys, make sure your focus is completely full when messing around with these.
Yeah.
We've had a few bugs testing it out to where we have spawned in, transformed, and died due to the fact of our focus just draining. These do take quite a bit of focus from you. Exactly.
So, you know, first one up, of course, is the elk. So last time I turned into an elk, I exploded. So let's see if that happens. All right, I'm an elk this time. Woo!
I'm taking a quick nap so that way I don't die.
Okay. But yeah, guys, I'm a magical elk. Ah, cool. Look at me.
Let's see what...
I'm gonna attack you. Oh, he turned into a bear. Now, there is a little difference here. You guys are going to be like, I'm pressing E and I'm stuck. What's going on? Well, you actually have to hold E. And you hear a bit of a noise.
5 seconds.
And you'll start to shrink. And there you go. So they said that's the best way they could do it with the current system they have. And as you'll see here, the Death Stalker is still pretty much exactly what you would expect it to be. I'm a kitty. Kitty.
Now, you guys can see my focus right now is almost completely drained, and I'm actually damaged because my focus is almost gone. You'll see little spots of blood on my back.
Right there. Myself as well. Go to bed. Go to bed.
Do not die.
Go to bed. I can't go to bed.
It's because I just used it.
Oh, it's on cooldown?
Yeah, respawn cooldown at 1 minute 42.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's quite a few of these. They're pretty awesome. If you turn into the Nidhogg, you can carry people around. Same thing with the Griffin, which is pretty sweet. So they're all really cool. You guys should check them out. They are a bit buggy, so if there's some problems, I've noticed that either dying or relogging tends to help. I know that's a huge pain, but those are the easiest ways to mitigate the bugs right now as they knock them out.
With the Unicorn, like the Unicorn health regeneration, if you activate that while you're in there, once you change back, if you didn't deactivate it and you turn out of a Unicorn form, it will stay on you until you log.
Yeah, you don't get the nice effects of continuous healing, but what you do get is the sparkly, tinkly sound that follows you everywhere you go and hurts the ears of your friends. So, yeah, that's a little bug that has to be worked out as well. So that's a little fix for that one, so you guys know. Just turn back into a Unicorn, have someone toggle it off on you, and you're set to go again. So that's a nice little trickster there. Now, the next part we got here is probably the coolest part, I would say, of the update besides some of the neat new items. As you'll see, we have a pen full of wolves. And, I mean, we did say we'd come back to this Blunderbuss. And what does it shoot? Well, it shoots one of two things. Candy bullets for the time being for Trick or Treat, and unfortunately, they only really do something in PvP. So if you try to shoot your fellow members with it, it doesn't really do anything other than this. And it's just kind of an explosion of random confetti and joy. But these silver bullets do for sure do some damage. Now, there are some sound files missing from the Blunderbuss, you'll notice. Also, aiming it doesn't actually hold up the gun and is a little bit weird. The previous patch, it worked perfectly fine, so it looks like there's just a little something they have to work out and fix. But, yeah. Repug, you ready to get the show going, my friend?
Yep. Now, to let you guys know, these may look like regular wolves, but this is actually a little hidden thing for the actual event. These are actually what are known as alpha wolves. And at nighttime, they have a little hidden thing that they do. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. Okay, that was when they changed last time. Let me try moving it up an hour.
Yeah, just move it up an hour. And boom!
And there they go.
And the alpha wolves are now werewolves. And they've got this crazy, like, howl effect, which actually slows mounts and creatures. And they're pretty scary. Of course, they're not so scary that a silver bullet can't destroy them. Boom. Oh! Ow!
Unless they're hiding behind the door and you don't see them.
Yep. Oh, oh dear.
Run through, run through, run through.
Oh, get this one, get this one. Okay, so once you've killed a werewolf, before daytime, you want to go ahead and loot them. And you'll get the items needed to craft the wolf rune as well as the werewolf rune. And you'll notice, don't leave this in here. Take it out. It's an actual blueprint you can take with you.
Yep.
It has 3 uses, meaning you'll want to farm as many of these as you can because it is not forever. But the added ingredients in here, plus a moonstone, and you can get your very own werewolf transformation potion. Or rune, I should say. I keep calling them potions and spells.
Whoa, they came back to life!
Yeah, see, there's a little weird thing here. They kind of come back during the day, which is why we said be sure to harvest them before.
I mean, I don't want to, like, point out, like, a way to, like, harvest, you know, werewolves, but, you know, you get a couple of these wolves boxed up.
The thing is, they won't know what kind of wolf, what the type of wolf is until after they're, you know.
Yeah, but, you know, you box them up, let them change into a werewolf at night, harvest the rune, and then you're good to go by morning.
Exactly.
They'll be back for the next night.
But let's go ahead and... I didn't grab my werewolf one out of here, so I will grab one. And I'm going to go ahead and turn into one after I take a nap.
Yeah. I'm going to watch you turn into one because I will die if I change.
So we'll take a quick nap here and get that focus going. It's very important that you get your sleep and rest. Otherwise, you may not make it through the Halloween update.
It kind of looks like the Indiana Jones episode where, like, the people just, like, melt as they grow up.
So you got this little slicey attack, and then you got, like, a lunge attack. And I like the running animation. It's very, like, beast-like. Like, it's inhuman. It's human, but it's inhuman. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's what it is. It's exactly what you expect. A human transformed into a beast. And these werewolves are really interesting looking. They're somewhere between, like, the Van Helsing movie with, what's his name? Guy who plays Wolverine. Hugh Jackman, thank you.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman, there you go.
Somewhere between those, and I would say the Harry Potter one, but it doesn't have the wimpiness that the Harry Potter film werewolves have.
There's a little underworld thrown in there.
Yeah, a bit of underworld in there too. With definitely the face, I would say. So, like, it's pretty cool. I like it. They did their own kind of unique look on it, and they're still really scary. And when a group of these attack you at night, it's actually pretty horrifying. I'm not gonna lie. So, it's just a really cool thing. It's kind of cool because this is something that Ark promised us and never came through with. And it's really cool to see another game not be scared to try that kind of thing out for an event. And I think they did a really awesome job with it.
Well, it's also very fitting for the world and, you know, the kind of the magic mythicism that it puts out there.
Exactly. I'm hoping, you know, maybe we eventually get, like, vampires or some kind of zombie infection or something. That'd be sick, too. You know, or, I don't know, you can turn into the Fallen or something. That'd be pretty sweet. But that's not the last thing. So everyone's wondering, well, where do you get all this stuff? Like, there's the candy bullets, and there's the pumpkin helmet, and the pumpkin helmet is actually a goblin helmet. It actually has a special ability to it. And there's candies, and these goblin candies actually have special little abilities. So what we're gonna do is, I believe we're gonna get some goblins ready, and we're gonna show you what's up with that. So we'll be right back. All right. So you might notice goblins look a little bit weird, and that is for, of course, their holiday. And you'll see elite goblins are wearing said pumpkin helmet. So you find one of these suckers and send them back to their goblin king in the sky. And you'll notice that they have a chance of where you can craft candy bullets. So you actually get the blueprint. Not on every kill though. You'll get a certain amount of goblin gizmos, a certain amount of coins, and a certain amount of goblin candy. So we'll go ahead.
I'll take 2, you take 2.
Toss those in there. I'll go ahead and pop in a couple of regular goblins, and you'll see it's actually really cool. They all have painted themselves up with psychedelic glowing blue paint, and it's in the color of their, or in the shape of like a skeleton, which is really cool. So once you kill a decent amount of these suckers, they'll all start to drop more loot. You grab those, and we get lots and lots and lots of candy.
Because candy's important, people.
Exactly. And the elite goblins are your only chance of getting the helmet. So let's kill a couple more of these suckers. Let's see what we got here. No helmet in this one. What'd you get over there?
I didn't even see a body or back. Ooh, I got... Oh, yeah, I got the blueprint to make the pumpkin helm.
Oh, did you? Ooh.
And I got the goblin contract on this one.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Craftable pumpkin helm. Oh.
And I got a blunderbuss.
Ooh, and a blunderbuss. So that's pretty cool. So you can pretty much get any of the Halloween drops, which is cool, and you can actually get the blueprints. Now, it looks like this one and the candy bullet ones do not have a set amount of crafts you can do, so they don't expire. However, of course, the candy bullet will be useless once you run out of candy. Now, one thing that's kind of cool, if you go ahead and put on the pumpkin helmet. Well, actually first, here, look at the candy. So it says, trick or treat, goblins love this candy, but you should eat at your own risk. And they all say that, right? But if you put on the helmet, you'll say a specific thing. So this one says Narco Pops, Bron Bon, Narco Pops, Daffy Taffy, Vigor Mints, Starvitals? Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take off MP stats. I'm probably gonna regret this. Oh no, they killed the Tyrian that we spawned in for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and take a Narco Pop, and oh boy, I'm unconscious. There's a goblin, elite goblin. Yep. And as you can see, the Narco Pop definitely did me in. I'm mostly doing a really weird stance. Am I standing up with my butt out and my arms out like a T-Rex?
Yeah, you're doing
Dude, I'm doing the T-Rex, man. Or I'm ready to start dancing in Thriller.
Oh, I'm going to use the Daffy Taffy, which...
What'd that do?
Didn't do anything.
Huh. Okay. Oh, I'm going to try a Bron Bon. Oh, dude, I've got a melee buff for 900 seconds. Ooh.
Oh, I got a, looks like an int down. Oh, dude, my intellect is down. That's a debuff. Oh.
Yeah, not all of them do good stuff. Not all of them do good stuff.
I missed it over there. My mic stand was blocking the,
Daffy Taffy. Makes sense, right? Makes you stupid. Daffy. All right, I'm going to choose a vigor one here. Oh, it instantly filled my hunger, and I've now got pretty much infinite stamina for 900 seconds.
I'm using the beauty one.
Oh, you turned into a goblin!
Oh, I'm way overweight, too.
Oh, you're a little goblin! Which one was that?
The beauty one.
Oh, I don't have that one. I have the Starvitals, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna make me starve. I don't want to take. I don't want to starve. I don't want to
drop all this extra stuff.
Helios. Oh, this has got to be a healing one. Oh yeah, dude. 600 second. Sorry, 600 second healing boost. That's cool. So, there's a couple more. I don't want to spoil them all for you guys. You should probably figure them out on your own and have some fun with it. We've got Repug, the frozen goblin.
Because I'm too heavy.
Yeah, you're a real heavy fella, aren't you? Oh, look how cute you are when I punch you in the face. I'm gonna pay for this later.
I'm just heavy because of my armor. I hate
you're just big bone, man. It's fine. Anyways, I'm still a little bit sick, so I probably shouldn't be doing any coughing. That pretty much wraps up this Halloween update. I hope you guys have lots of fun. Jump into Dark and Light and check it out. Get those limited edition holiday items before they're gone. And grow yourself the mysterious tree and see what it turns into. So, enjoy your Goblin Ween.
Yes.
This is that German guy, and...
Repug.
You're supposed to finish the rest of it.
Oh, sorry. Make sure you go to each of our channels and subscribe. And while you're there, hit the bell notification. And if you like the video, leave the like button. And then leave a comment down below to let us know anything that we might have missed. Or if there's anything you just have a question about. And until next time, this is Repug and that German guy hitting the pause button. Until next time.
We'll see
Happy
you for
Halloween.
the next Dark and Light update.